Far, far away in a land where emerald green trees tower over evergreen meadows with rainbows of flowers sticking their heads up towards endless blue skies. In the very center of a valley, small kingdom called Little Race was hidden, protected by majestic high hills. It was a place where magic lived, where every kind, special and gentle creature has found home. It was a safe haven to them, where they knew they could be themselves. Little Ray's kingdom was ruled by kind-hearted, fair, wise King Alex and Queen Amanda. They both were loved and well respected by people of little race. Royal couple was a great team, always supporting one another, which allowed them to build a strong kingdom as well as a wonderful family. They had 2 daughters and 4 sons. Princess Elena and Raven were beautiful, full of life, and had hearts of gold. Raven was a mirror reflection of her mother, with her long golden blonde twinkling in the sunlight hair. And Elena was given her father's hazelnut hair, as well as calm and gentle eyes. Princess Alex, Boyd, George, and Leo were a mixture of both their parents. Alex was as vibrant and lively as his sister Raven. They always had loads of fun together. Boyd, George, and Elena were a trio of knowledge seekers, collected and creative. As for Prince Leo, Leo was the most gentle, peaceful, and endearing young boy. They all lived untroubled, joyous lives, spending some days on listening to most glorious music in all the lands. One sunny day, the villagers organized a fair. The main entertainment was provided by King's most known musician. Her name was Fiona. She had the most beautiful voice and kind nature. Whenever her golden tunes were played amongst Little Ray's walls, Prince Leo was always there, as the music was a key to his heart. The day was gorgeous, with sunshine shining bright, allowing everyone to have the best time. But as they all enjoyed themselves, suddenly the sky went dark. They looked up to see what was the reason for that. That was when they all spotted a giant creature with massive wings circling over their heads. They started screaming in fear and ran for their lives. Once safe, they watched the mysterious monster flying for some time longer before it disappeared. All so shocked and frightened, slowly began to come out from their hiding places. Prince Leo, after making sure everybody was fine, he ran back to the castle. He found quickly his parents and told them what has just happened. The story sent a shiver down King's and Queen's spine. Right away, they called in their main advisor, who happened to be the most powerful wizard in the land. Maureen was wizard's name, and she was as powerful and as she was wise. Leo made sure his brothers and sister joined them too. All gathered in the great hall, where they spent hours trying to think of the best way to defeat the dragon. As even though he didn't attack anyone, they had no doubt he was soon going to return and harm them all. George, as most outspoken out of all lads, spoke first. "It's our home, and we're going to protect it. Right, brothers?" "How are you planning on doing it?" asked Boy. "Might not be easy, but we're well trained, and our courage knows no limits. So we'll have that beast down in no time." Alex and Amanda did not want their sons to go and fight this dangerous creature. However, what choice did they have? "Wizard," said the Queen, "surely you can use your magic to help those brave lads." "I might have just a thing," announced the wizard. With one touch of her magic wand, beautiful shimmering star appeared. The power this star holds can weaken and destroy anything and everything, informed Maureen. "Listen to me carefully now, boys," said the wizard. "Remember my words. Only when your heart is pure and intentions kind, that is when you can unlock the power of the star." They all looked at the star. It truly was something special. Not only it shone most mesmerizing beauty. They all looked at the star. It truly was something special. Not only it shone most mesmerizing beauty, but also held hope. Hope they all needed so badly right now. George was the first to break the silence. "I'm confident with Star by our side, we will take that dragon down." "Hear, hear, brother, the victory is ours," Boyd and Alex boomingly exclaimed. As everyone moved on to start planning the trip, Leo came up to the star, smiled, and said softly, "Thank you." Then he joined the rest of the group. The next morning, princes were set and ready. Their goodbyes with their sisters and parents, then they moved up the road, leaving cheering them up kingdom behind. It wasn't long before surrounding the landscape began to change. Trees were getting darker, and sky was turning grey. Soon they arrived at the steps of a cave where the dragon lived. "Well, what now?" asked Alex, feeling nervous for the first time since they left home. "We get our swords out. We get in, kill the beast, and go back home," said George, like it was the simplest task to do. But before George could even reach for his weapon, a dragon came out to welcome them. What they didn't know was that he was more scared of them than they of him, as he opened his big mouth, hoping they could understand him. His breath paralyzed the boys. Though the dragon's breath was cursed by a wicked witch, every time he tries to speak, he paralyzes whoever is listening. They could not move. They were absolutely helpless. Back at home, King, Queen, and the girls were watching the princess getting disarmed in seconds. They were able to see everything that happened as Wizard dragged them with help of his magic ball. Raven and Alina were terrified for them. They knew they had to do something to help them. Princesses looked at one another and realized in an instant that there was only one brother they had a chance to reach. There was this song Leah loved, and it always pulled him out of the darkest times. So they grabbed each other's hands, closed their eyes, and let their hearts fill the words with their love. They started singing. Can you feel our love right now? Look deep into your heart, trust your soul, and please believe us that it all will be alright. And as if by magic, the spell was broken. Leo was free, and as he sobered up, he quickly grabbed the star that now shone the brightest light that anyone ever seen. Her power was unlocked and got Dragon down to his feet. He looked at the prince and cried, "Please!" But before he could say more, Leo stopped him. "Wait! I can understand what you're saying." "You can?" Surprised Dragon said. "How can it be? I'm cursed." He asked more himself than the prince. "I guess it was the star that broke the curse," said Leo. "Since you can understand me, please, oh, please spare my life. Let me tell you my story," Dragon pleaded. Leo agreed and heard the dragon out. "All I ever wanted since I lost my family was to find a new home and family. However, wherever I went, nobody wanted me, as I was different, and nobody could understand me, so they feared me, as they thought I meant them harm. I have been so lonely for so long, and defeated by all the laughing at me and treating me badly." Dragon paused as he felt tears streaming down his face. "Not being able to communicate and fit in anywhere hurt so much." Dragon continued. Nobody will ever love me for who I am," he said, now sobbing. "That's not true," Leo said. "Now I have the ability to understand you. I promise you with my heart that I will be your voice, and we, he pointed at his brothers, "we will take you back home with us." "You will?" Not even waiting for the answer, he started jumping up and down for joy, shooting a voice up in the air. "Stop jumping!" Boyd shouted out. "Oh, sorry!" Dragon stopped and caught the lads before they hit the ground. "My name is Ray," Dragon introduced himself. "Great to meet you, Ray, brother," all the boys exclaimed in unison. A huge smile brightened Ray's face as he knew that at last he has found people that will love and accept him just the way he is. The prince jumped on Ray's back and he took them back to Little Ray's, where they all lived happily ever after. The end.